Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa Ahlulbayt al-Tayyibin al-Tahirin. After the Battle of Siffin, on his way back, Imam Ali stayed in a town called Hatherine on the way back to Kufa. In that town, he issued a statement. He wrote a letter to his son, Imam Al-Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. This document, this letter, this declaration, or some people call it the will, because Imam Ali knew that his days are numbered and his death is near. So he wrote his will, his wasiyah, to his eldest son, Imam Al-Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, which is worthy of reflection. In the beginning of that letter, he says, after praising God, sanctifying Him, min al-walid al-fan, from a perishing father who's going to die soon. Al-muqarri lil-zaman, acknowledging to the facts of this life. إلى المولود المؤمل ما لا يدرك السالك سبيل من قد هلك. To his son, who is moving on the path of those who perished earlier, because this is a fact, we are all going to perish. إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتُونَ. No one is going to survive forever. But we need to listen to our parents, our grandparents, our forefathers, our teachers, our mentors, some of our friends who are older than us, who are wiser than us, who have some experience in this life. This is exactly what Imam Ali is doing for his son. My friends, every father should sit with his children, with his sons and daughters, and share with them his experience. If he made some mistakes, if he had made some mistakes, then he would share them. If he has some points of strengths and successes, he should share them with full honesty and integrity. Reach out to your children before you leave this life and tell them what things they should avoid, what things they should do, and tell them the reality of this life, that we are not here forever. We are here for a number of days and then we go. أما بعد فإن فيما تبينت من إدبار الدنيا عني وجموح الدهر علي. Because Imam Ali so far went through two battles during his reign, his Khilafah. The battle of the camel, the battle of Siffin. So Imam Ali says, Dunya, this life turned away from me. He saw the betrayal. He saw how some people who trusted them earlier, they backstabbed him. He saw how people run after the dunya. They go with the majority. They go with someone who's popular. They go with someone who gives money. They run after the bribes. They accept bribes. So he's saying, وَإِقْبَالُ الْآخِرَةِ إِلَيْهِ. And now I am facing the Akhirah soon. بُنَيْ وَجَدْتُكَ بَعْضِي. I have found you to be part of me. بَلْ وَجَدْتُكَ كُلِّي. Indeed, I have found you to be all of my entity, all of my existence. حَتَّى كَأَنَّ شَيْئًا لَوْ أَصَابَكَ أَصَابَنِي. If something is going to hurt you, befall upon you, it's going to befall upon me. وَكَأَنَّ الْمَوْتَ لَوْ أَتَاكَ أَتَانِي. If death, God forbids, comes to you, then in fact it is coming to me. فَعَنَانِي مِنْ أَمْرِكَ مَا يُعْنِينِي مِنْ أَمْرِ نَفْسِي. What concerns you, in fact, concerns me. What makes you happy makes me happy. What makes you sad, it will make me sad too. فَكَتَبْتُ إِلَيْكَ كِتَابِي مُسْتَظْهِرًا بِهِ إِنْ أَنَا بَقِيتُ لَكَ أَوْ فَنَيْتُ. I have written this document, this letter, this book to you. Though Imam Hasan was with his father, but this is a document. It's found in Nahj al-Balagha. So I want to share this document with you in case I am going to go. I'm going to die. First, see what Imam Ali says to his son. This is an Imam, successor to the Prophet. This is the greatest man after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. See what concerns him. And he's writing this letter to the closest person to him, the dearest one, his oldest son, his successor, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Imam Al-Hassan al-Mujtaba. Says to him, أوصيك بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. O my son, the first thing I ask you, to have reverence for God and obedience. Reverence and obedience. Reverence, it is a spiritual and mental condition, a mental status. We live with God, we revere God, we respect God, we love God. That's a mental status. Obedience is the physical, practical one. In your actions, in your sayings, in your stands, in your dealings, in your relationships. Obey God, obedience to God. وَعِمَارَةِ قَلْبِكَ بِذِكْرِهِ. Build your heart. Keep your heart pumping the blood through the remembrance of God. وَالْإِعْتِصَامِ بِحَبْلِهِ. Holding fast to the rope of God. وَأَيُّ سَبَبٍ أَوْثَقُ مِنْ سَبَبٍ بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ إِنْ أَنْتَ أَخَذْتَ بِهِ. Where can you find a better means of holding tight to God than piety, than acknowledging God? Where can you find a better friend, a better companion, a better aid than God in this life? بني أحي قلبك بالموعظة. Enliven and revive your heart with admonishment, with maw'idha, with the homily. Always listen to the maw'idha. Ask people, good people, to advise you, to talk to you, to counsel you. وَأَمِتْهُ بِالزَّهَادِ. Kill your bad desires through renouncing this dunya, not being so much attached to this dunya. وَقَوِّهِ بِالْيَقِينِ. Energize your heart with faith, with a level of certainty in faith. وَنَوِّرْهُ بِالْحِكْمَةِ. Enlighten your heart with wisdom and knowledge. وَذَلِّلْهُ بِذِكْرِ الْمَوْتِ. Humiliate, because we become arrogant when we make money, when we assume a post or a position, when we score any victory. Automatically we have a tendency to become arrogant. Imam Ali says, how do you crush that? How do you resist this feeling of arrogance? Humiliate your heart through remembering death. Go to the cemeteries, look at the graves. Look at how many janazas, how many dead bodies, how many coffins are being transferred into that grave. And then they pour the dirt over them. They were powerful people. Some of them were rich. Some of them were in the position of government. but now they are under this dirt. So always humiliate yourself, your arrogance, through the remembrance of death. وَبَصِّرْهُ فَجَائِعَ الدُّنْيَا. Make your heart and your soul to see the catastrophes of this life. وَحَذِّرْهُ صَوْلَةَ الدَّهْرِ وَفُحْشَ تَقَلُّبِ اللَّيَالِي وَالْأَيَّامِ. And always make your heart to fear the changing that is going to take place, the misfortunes of this life. Life is not always milk and honey. One day things are going to change. One day you're going to lose what you have. Don't take everything for granted. And then he continues to say, وَذَكِّرْهُ بِمَا أَصَابَ مَنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكَ مِنَ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَسِرْ فِي دِيَارِهِمْ وَآثَارِهِمْ فَانظُرْ فِي مَا فَعَلُوا وَعَمَّنْ تَقَلُوا. Remind yourself of what happened to earlier communities. Go into their territories and lands and homes. Look at their palaces and mansions, and now think where they are, where they were, and where they are now. They moved from these palaces and mansions and castles. If you look at now the British castles only, castles we have only in the UK, United Kingdom. Countless. In England, in Wales, in Scotland, in Ireland. Countless castles and mansions. Where are the founders? These have founders. Some of them are 1,000 years old. Where are they? We have to remind ourselves. This entire life is a museum, my friends. A museum where we learn the reality, the truth about this life. We are not going to continue forever. We are here for a number of days. Then we leave. We vacate for some other people to come. فأصلح مثواك ولا تبع آخرتك بدنياك. أصلح مثواك. Mathwa is our eternal abode, the grave, or the akhirah, paradise inshallah. Try to fix it, try to furnish it, because you're going to move into that house. My friends, if we rent an apartment, the British say a flat. If you rent a flat, an apartment, for 3 months, would you buy furnitures or not? Definitely you do. Though you know you are staying here only for 3 months, no more, for 90 days, but still you need furniture. Now, if we know we are staying in a place for thousands of years, don't we need furniture? But what type of furniture? The furniture that we have in this life, this desk, chairs, sofas, couches, these are not the furnitures we need for the next one. The real furniture is al-amal al-salih, the righteous deeds, the good relationships, the charity, the good legacy you leave behind, the good relationship with God. وَلَا تَبِعْ آخِرَتَكَ بِدُنْيَاكَ. Do not exchange your akhirah with this dunya. Dunya is short-lived. Akhirah is a permanent life. Do not switch, do not exchange what is permanent with what is short-lived. وَدَعِ الْقَوْلَ فِي مَا لَا تَعْرِفْ وَالْخِطَابَ فِي مَا لَا تُكَلَّفْ. Things that are not related to you, you don't have to give opinion on every subject. You don't have to interfere and be nosy in every affair. Things are not related to you. People are not asking you, stay away from them. Stay away from, save yourself energy, time, your honor, your respect. وَخُذِ الْغَمَرَاتِ لِلْحَقِّ حَيْثُ كَانَ. When there is a matter of a truth, stand with the truth, wherever it is. وَتَفَقَّهْ فِي الدِّينِ. Understand the matters of religion very well. Don't be shallow-minded. Don't be naive. Don't sway every single day to this side and that side. You have to read. You have to investigate. When you read, when you educate yourself, nobody is going to take advantage of you, because they know you are a knowledgeable person. وعود نفسك التصبر على المكروه, and train yourself to persevere through hardships. ونعم الخلق التصبر في الحق. The best type of manners is when you persevere, especially in the matter of a truth. Matter of a truth requires a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance and steadfastness. Don't back up. Don't succumb. Because evil and evilhood and falsehood are bigger. They have more money, they have more number, they have more supporters, they have powerful media. Don't succumb to them. Persevere with the truth. You're going to win at the end, even if you are one. You're going to win at the end. وعود نفسك التصبر على المكروه. Also train yourself to persevere through the misfortunate incidents in this life. وألجئ نفسك في أمورك كلها إلى إلهك. Always take shelter in every affair of your life to your Lord, into your Lord. Take shelter into Him. He is the real shelter. فإنك تلجئها إلى كهف حريز ومانع عزيز. When you take shelter in God, that is the best shelter, the best cave, which cannot be bombed. Bombs and missiles would not pierce through this cave. It is the strongest. It is a safe haven. God is going to protect you. يا بني اجعل نفسك ميزانا فيما بينك وبين غيرك. O my son Hassan, make yourself a scale, a measurement between you and others. فأحبب لغيرك ما تحب لنفسك. Love for others what you love for yourself. My friends, we love for ourselves to be honored, to be respected. We should love the same for others. We love for ourselves to be appreciated and admired. Therefore, we have to love the same for others. وَاكْرَهْ لَهُ مَا تَكْرَهْ لَهَا. Dislike for others what you dislike for yourself. My friends, we dislike for ourselves to be neglected. Therefore, don't neglect anyone. We dislike for ourselves to be overlooked. Don't overlook anyone. We dislike for ourselves many things in this life. To be cheated upon. Then don't cheat. We dislike for ourselves to be lied upon. Don't lie. We dislike for ourselves to be abused and taken advantage by someone. Don't take advantage of anyone. Don't manipulate. Don't abuse anyone. If we follow this policy, we will be the happiest people on earth. The happiest people on earth. People think that happiness comes through a huge mansion, a huge bank account. It's not true. It is through manners and behavior. وَلَا تَظْلِمْ كَمَا لَا تُحِبُّ أَن تُظْلَمْ. Never abuse anyone as you do not like anyone to abuse you. وَأَحْسِنْ كَمَا تُحِبُّ أَن يُحْسَنَ إِلَيْكَ. Do goodness to people as you love for people to do goodness to you. وَاسْتَقْبِحْ مِن نَفْسِكَ مَا تَسْتَقْبِحُ مِنْ غَيْرِكَ. Many times, oftentimes, we find it very offensive by some people when they say something, certain things, or do some certain things. So we have to do it the same. We have to say the same about ourselves. I don't like people to yell, to scream at me. Then I should not yell at them and scream at them. I don't want people to, miss their appointment with me. When they have appointment, I want them to honor it. Then I should do the same. When I make an appointment with someone, when I make a promise to someone, I have to honor my promise with that person. وَلَا تَقُلْ مَا لَا تَعْلَمْ. Don't ever say if you are not sure. Do you know how much headache we can save ourselves? If we shut our mouth and we don't utter, we don't answer when we don't know, when we are not sure of. Don't act, don't speak upon speculation. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ. When you have an evidence, when you are 100% sure of what you are saying, then say it. وَلَا تَقُلْ مَا لَا تَعْلَمْ وَإِنْ قَلَّ مَا تَعْلَمْ. Even if your knowledge is so small, don't try to prove yourself to be the most knowledgeable. Don't make yourself sound an expert in every field in this life. No reason for that. Because this will create an embarrassment when people find out that your answers are wrong, your sayings are wrong. This will create a bigger embarrassment for you in this life. So stay away from that. وَلَا تَقُلْ مَا لَا تُحِبُّ أَن يُقَالَ لَكَ. Never say to people anything that you don't want them to say to you. Beautiful, golden declaration, golden letter from a golden father to a golden son. This is why I love Imam Ali alayhi salam. And I love his family. Because he's a man of fairness, a man of justice, a man of truth. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.